Hello, code monkeys. We're actually going to code some heap sort this time. Won't that be fun? But I did want to do the XOR swap once again, just in case I didn't go over it in that other video. So, XOR swap. Yeah, titles. I don't usually do that. So, the XOR swap looks like this. A XOR equals B, B XOR equals A, and A XOR equals B. This results in A and B becoming each other without having to have a temporary swap variable. The way this works is that if you introduce a new variable, let's call it C, and C is going to equal A XOR B. This caret here is the XOR symbol. It is a bitwise XOR. Bitwise. Bitwise means it will XOR all the individual bits together instead of interpreting the entire value of A and B as individual booleans. So, if you have some number C that is A XOR B, you can get A and B back out by XORing. So, if you take C and you XOR it with A, A's are hard to draw, you'll get B back out. And if you take C and you XOR it with B, you will get A back out. The trick here is that you don't actually need this because you can store the XOR of both of them in B, and then yes. A is going to end up as the XOR of A and B, and then when you store the XOR of the XOR of A and B in B, B is now A, and then when you do that again to A, you're getting B back out. Maybe some labels would make this a little more understandable. Come on. Okay. Oh, come on. There we go. Let's actually take this and move it on over here. So at this point here, after this line has finished executing, this B is going to be equal to what was originally A XORed with what was originally B. No, I'm sorry. I lost the plot. After this line executes, the first one, after the first line executes, that A is going to be the XOR of A and B. After this line executes, this B is just going to be A. That's A originally, not what A is now. And then you can extract B back out because you've got A stored in B. And that results in them both being swapped with no need for a temporary variable. Anyway, brief aside over, let's get to some code. Turn this on. Do I show anything strange there? Cool. Alright, let us clear out our old code with our handy dandy echo command. .c, there we go. Nano. Okay, let's start with our includes. We want to have standard input output, .h. Only one include, standard lib, .h, and time.h, for that is what we will use to randomize things. All right. The first thing we're going to need here is an... Oh, there goes my phone. The first thing we're going to want here is an integer, and that, I'm sorry, a function that returns an integer, and that is going to be our enforce heap. And to enforce the heap, we're going to need a heap of unsigned integers, heap, and we're going to need to know where it ends. Okay. Now we are going to put in those nested for loops that we worked on last video. So, we're going to need our variables. I equals 0. I is going to be less than. Aha! We don't have any of our handy algorithms. Define L of I is going to be 2 times I plus 1. Define R of I is 2 times I plus 2. Define P of I. Come on. Going to be I minus 1 divided by 2. Define what do we need here? Ln L, I think. Ln L of end is going to be the parent of n minus 1. Define LGN HI end is going to be, this is the one that got tricky. This threw me off in another video that I ended up throwing away. H of L of I. Yes, it's going to be greater than H of I. It's H sub I. I keep saying of. And R of I needs to not exist, or H sub L of I needs to be greater than H sub R of I. There. Believe that. Is that parenthesis? Okay, yes. That looks right to me. RGN. I for index. This one gets to be simpler. R needs to exist. R of I. Ooh. R of I needs to be less than end. And H sub R of I needs to be greater than H sub I. That should do that for now. I think we can roll. Okay, I is going to need to be less than ln L and oh, hardy har har. That's not what we want. You know what? Honestly, we don't need whole words. Unsigned int end. End to work. I'm not just going to make it E. E is too generic. H is fine. H can be for heap, but E for end seems too generic to me. And I is going to be the left child of I. There we go. All right, nested for loop. J equals LNL of end. I think it's the one we decided to go with because this one the logic's a little easier. Okay, LNL of end. J needs to be greater than or equal to. I think this actually needs to be equal to as well. Greater than or equal to I. And then J minus, I believe is how that works. All right. If left is greater than node, H, our index is going to be J this time. Ooh, don't get confused by that. Aha! We need our swap. I knew we were forgetting something. AB. And this is going to get a little weird, but just bear with me. XOR equals B, semicolon, B, XOR equals A, XOR equals B, and swap H sub L of J and H sub J are the things we want to swap. Got to put a semicolon in there. Rigged it up so that it would look right in line. That's why there isn't a semicolon up there on line, I don't know, 10 or something. Line 11, I was close. Alright, now the magic else if. RGN, HJ, and swap H sub R of J and H sub J. There. That should enforce a heap on an arbitrary array. I sure hope so, at least. All right, how are we doing on time? 12 minutes. Okay, let us write a test heap, and we're going to want and I want to know how big to make these. Return 0. Very handy. All right. Need our loop variables for I equals 0. I is less than tests. I plus plus. Let's see here. I think we also want an unsigned int star. Oh, what are we going to call this? Yeah, we just call it heap. Heap. Do that right up here? Yeah, we did. Perfect. Never hurts to double check. Unsigned int heap. And I think at this point, ho ho ho, heap equals malloc. Unsigned int and int are the same size. Ah, almost forgot. Just do it at the top. Surround time null. I forget what null actually does. It makes it be normal, but I don't remember what the exact parameters of that are. Okay. Cool. For j equals 0, j is less than end, j plus plus, heap, j equals ramp. Cool. What do we call this? Enforce heap. very important. Heap, heap, and then I think the only other thing you need is end, right? I can't remember how I write any of these things. That was like 4 seconds ago. Memory of a goldfish. And we want another for loop, because we're going to be doing some checking. J equals 0. J is less than end. J plus plus. I think this one's going to need braces. If heap of L, heap sub L of J is greater than heap sub J, or heap oh, we're not going to end. We're going to L and L end. Aha! That makes much more sense. R sub J, or R of J is less than end, and there we go. R of J greater than heap J will return J plus 1. And we'll just go ahead and make this formal. How are we doing on time? Ooh, rolling right up to it. Okay. Int main. Int argc. Char double star. Argb. Main returns 0 if everything works right. And how do we do this? Oh! Good heavens. We want a free, what do you call it, heap? There we go. Return heap. And now, unsigned int star heap if heap equals test heap, that's what we called it. We got 50 trials, 10 depth, that should be fine. Does not equal null. Oh, haha. There we go. Oh, null's going to be capitalized. Less than end. What are we doing here? As less than end, I plus plus. Printf. Definitely want a new line in there. It's going to be heap %u equals %u. So all unsigned integers. Handy, handy. I heap I. That should do the trick. Alright, let's see how our coding went. gcc-anc-o HeapSort.o HeapSort.c. Well, not too bad. Selected something before the return. $42. Okay. I just missed a parenthesis there. Oh, come on. HeapSort. This is on line 42, right? Yeah, I just missed a parenthesis there. Really? Oh, there we go. Ha! Free heap. Oh. Making a lot of silly errors here. Free heap. Alright. Parameter argc. What on earth does that mean? What did I bungle there? I have a mismatched brace somewhere? Is that what's going on? Oh! Comma. There we go. Try running that. Alright! No news is good news in this case. And we're at about 22 minutes. I think we'll call the video there. And next time we'll be back with running through the actual sorting algorithm now that we have our heap integrity enforced. I think that'll do it for tonight. Have a great day, and I hope y'all learned something.